On December 26, 2004, at 7:58 a.m., a 9.2 magnitude earthquake occurred in the Indian Ocean off the northwest coast of Indonesia. The Indo-Australia plate slid under the overriding Eurasian plate in a subduction zone, which looks like this. This plate, which is more dense, this ocean plate, which is more dense than this continental plate, slides underneath. The Indo-Australian plate drifts 6 centimeters northeast each year from east the Eurasian plate at the Sunda Trench. The Indo-Australian plate subducts under the Eurasian plate, which creates a lot of tension that was released during the earthquake.
With a magnitude of 9.2, it is the third largest earthquake ever recorded on a seismograph. The earthquake and following tsunamis killed a shocking 240,000 people and displaced almost 2 million. There were many big aftershocks and tsunamis after the first earthquake.
While local economies were devastated, the overall impact to national economies was minor. The two main occupations affected by the tsunami were fishing and tourism. Beyond the heavy toll on human lives, the Indian Ocean earthquake caused a huge environmental impact that will affect the Indian Ocean region for many years to come. Severe damage was inflicted on ecosystems such as mangroves, coral reefs, forests, coastal wetlands, vegetation, sand dunes, and rock formations, animal and plant biodiversity, and groundwater. In addition, the spread of solid and liquid waste and industrial chemicals, water pollution, and the destruction of sewage collectors and treatment plants threaten the environment even more. According to specialists, the main effect is being caused by poisoning of the freshwater supplies and of the soil by saltwater infiltration and a deposit of the salt layer over arable land.
1 to 2 story traditional concrete frame and wood frame buildings survived well and were largely undamaged by the strong shaking from the main earthquake. However, because the earthquake occurred a significant distance offshore, the resulting long-period ground motions caused serious damage to buildings more than 3 stories high. Residential neighborhoods and fishing villages in coastal areas were entirely devastated, and houses were swept inland or out to sea. The traditional construction that had resisted shaking damage could not resist the tsunami force, and most were obliterated. Although traditionally constructed houses and buildings may have been able to survive the earthquake shaking, tsunami waves devastated almost all of them. Most well-designed and well-constructed utility and industrial facilities had sufficient capacity to withstand both the earthquake and the tsunami. Partially full storage tanks, bridges, and other light structures that were not anchored to their foundations were not able to resist the tsunami forces. Tectonic subsidence and liquefaction were significant contributors to the devastation.